Welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to continue our Grafana building series, and we are going to build a simple monitoring dashboard for our Debian virtual machine. So first of all, just select the hamburger menu or the main menu option and select the connections option here, and the second option which says data sources. Just click on it, data sources, and then the big blue button, add data sources, and then select the first option, Prometheus, or the first data source which appears, Prometheus. Select it and scroll down until you find the connection part, and here type in the default address which appears in the example as well. So it's going to be the same because Prometheus operates on the port 9090, and that is where it feeds data to our Grafana. So we added the address and just press save and test, and it's going to say successfully queried the Prometheus API. So we connected Prometheus to our Grafana dashboard. Now you're going to select dashboards, create dashboard. Now it's literally straightforward, the real part. First of all, I'm going to save dashboard just to name it, to organize it. So server center, for example, I'm going to name this, and description is not necessary. I'm going to put like over first Grafana dashboard. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Save. Once it's saved, we have the blank dashboard, which is going to be over first Grafana dashboard, mine as well, to be honest. So edit. Now we're going to put some visuals. Select that add new element, the blue button on the right side, and drag and drop a new panel. So you can adjust the size of the panel, but let's adjust it after we have something. So click on it just once and it says title. We are going to give it a title. I'm going to type in total storage. So this visual is going to monitor total storage of my Debian server. So you're going to select configure visualization and all visualizations, the second option on the right side, and select stat. So these are the types of visualizations which are available. So I'm going to look at the stat. So it's like static number, stat. I'm going to scroll down. First, make sure the data source is Prometheus. By default, it's going to be. That's why I haven't mentioned it. And here, if your query section is on build, by default, you have to switch it to code because we are going to insert queries manually. So let's type in our first query. Node underscore file system underscore size underscore bytes, middle brackets, mount point equal inverted commas slash comma fs type equal inverted commas ext4. So this is a simple query to get the total storage from Prometheus, or this is a Prometheus query which feeds a total storage. So this is the total storage of my server. Of course, it looks like in bits, I think. So we are going to fix it. On the right side, scroll down and until you find the option which is standard options. Here, select the unit drop down menu and select data, because this is the type of information, and switch to bytes SI. We want our data to be visualized in bytes SI form, which is the standard form. So 11.9 gigabytes of storage in my server. It's a virtual server, so that's okay. Here, let's scroll back up. So this is the, you can say, the configuration option of our panel, of our visualization, our visual which we have placed. Stat styles, here I can see orientation, text mode, color mode, several options here. And basically I am going through this first time as well. So let's figure it out together. Title, I assume it changed the size of the title of the visual. Okay, it didn't do anything. Yeah, I think value option is going to change or reflect the size of the value which appears. Let's try 80. Yep, that's good. Let's make it 100, for example. Okay, it looks okay, 100. So now we know that in text size, the value option, it reflects the size of the information. Scroll down until you find the threshold option and delete the threshold. I don't need that. Threshold means basically when you put a limit to something or you want it to give an alert. So select the base option and you can change the color of the information. So I made it, you can see that yellow. So we learned these several things just now. Save it and press ESC and our first visual is placed. It looks good, it looks pretty solid. And we learned like several things right now. I myself am doing this for the first time. And so you may see me like figuring it out pretty, you already did. Let's put another visual. Let's try to put another visual. Let it be on the side. We are going to configure visualization and we are going to put the query. Node underscore file system underscore size underscore bytes, middle bracket, mount point is equal to slash. So you remember the previous query, we are typing in that query and it gave us the total size, but I'm going to make it minus node underscore file system underscore size underscore or underscore free underscore bytes. It's going to be a little bit different. So I don't know these queries by heart. I'm literally like I have written them down and I have opened ChatGPT on the side. Make sure to change the visual to stat like we did in the previous one, and the title is going to be used storage. We are going to change the unit to bytes as we did for the previous one. We are going to remove the threshold and we are going to switch the color to blue. So this looks very good. Let me see if we can remove this mini graph which appears in the background. It looks very disturbing. So just click on it, configure, and let's see something which appears to deal with this graph. Here it says graph mode none. Save ESC. And you can see that I placed two visuals successfully. They look pretty good. They look pretty beautiful. And let's put some more things. I'm going to fast forward the video for the next visual which are similar. For example, let's put like one more stat visual. Let's just let me see if there is something else we can do. No. Okay, let's put another visual, drag and drop. I'm going to type in the query node file system avail bytes, mount point is equal to fs type ext4. So you see, as the longer we repeat the queries, the more we tend to remember them. So this is available storage. I'm going to remove the threshold. I'm going to give it a color. I'm going to make sure the data unit is the one which we need. And I'm going to try to adjust them a little bit and save. You can see that we have total storage, available storage, and used storage. Let's put another visual, the stat visual, total RAM. I'm going to put the query node underscore memory underscore mem total underscore bytes run query. I'm going to change the data type to bytes SI. I'm going to remove the threshold. I'm going to give it a color. So now you can see we have total storage, available storage, used storage, and total RAM. I'm going to adjust all the other visuals as well to reflect the same size and value. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Let's put a gauge. Drag and drop, select gauge, and name it RAM usage. So this gauge is going to show us RAM usage, and put in the query 100 times 1. So you can pause the video if I'm too fast, and alternatively you can also demand ChatGPT or any other artificial intelligence to write the query for you, and you can copy paste that query. I'm doing the same, but I'm typing it myself. It is a very good way to remember and get hold of the structure of a language. So it uses a very standard, you can say, query language, and the more I work with it, the more I get hold of it. So You can see that I executed the query and the gauge appears there, and you can see there are some interesting options, and I am just messing with them on the go. And this is a very good way to learn a software. If you're not aware of it, the best way to learn is to mess around. And I'm doing the same thing. It's my first time as well, building a dashboard in Grafana. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm seeing what options do what, how do they reflect the visual and unit. I'm trying to see if there's a way to turn it into percentage, but I didn't find it here. There must be. I cannot find it for now. So let's just not waste the time in something which we cannot figure out. Let's try to, here looks good. So let minimum value be 0 and maximum value be 100. So you see that this made the graph a bit more dynamic, and I think that's all that we need in this gauge. So RAM usage, let's put like percentage in the title and save ESC. Now you can see that I have a very beautiful gauge visual on my dashboard. So let's put another gauge just to practice, as we placed like 4 stats. So let's at least have 2 gauges to understand them a bit better. So it's going to be CPU usage gauge, and I asked ChatGPT to give me a query, and I'm just like typing it here. You can do the same. You can pause the video if you're really like following along and type in the query here. So it looks like a bit complex, but that's it. Run query, and you see the graph appears in the background. I can just disable it, and minimum 0, maximum 100, and there we go. So here is a very simple dashboard. It was a pretty good learning session, I would say. I got to know a lot of things about Grafana just in this one figure out session. And I want you to do the same. Keep messing, add extra visuals. And in the next video, we will continue. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.